what they say. Oh no, we're on our way. Escape to reality. Escape to reality. Escape to reality. Escape to reality. Woo!
Hello world, it's Escape to Reality with Justine in
Geneva. Hello, I like the
Geneva.
singing. So pleasant.
That song is the Partridge Family.
Oh, okay. Never watched that before my time.
I never did either. I did watch a little bit of it, reruns here and there, but
What's happening?
not much.
How we doing?
Told Geneva about my house falling apart, but we'll be living in a tent on the side of the river.
Yeah,
But other
everybody,
than that, I'm doing better than Gina.
look out
Gina
for our GoFundMe.
Kirschmeyer.
Yeah, she got a DUI. I saw that. It's
Jeez,
funny.
poor
as fuck.
thing. 3 kids. Can't get your license taken away, honey.
I just why are you getting a DUI in 2019? Why are you not in an Uber or a Lyft?
Right.
I don't get it. Really?
And the
How are
OC
you?
is dangerous. You drive off a cliff. See you later, mommy.
Yeah, it's very irresponsible to be drinking and driving when you have ride-sharing options that you can literally leave your car and hop in another. It doesn't make any sense.
It's crazy.
Dumb.
Well-
We're here today talking Bravo, thus the intro. It was a good week. Atlanta, Vanderpump, Belowdeck, and an all-time Jersey episode.
Shit.
All time. So we're going to be breaking all those down
fights
for you.
in that episode. My
Oh,
God, one after
so
another.
So good. Ending with a shiv, so,
That
it was
bitch is
classic.
crazy.
She is. She is good. Man, you were right. You said she was a good addition. She is. She is.
I know. I like her.
nuts.
I don't. Don't like her as much, but I like her. I don't.
No, yeah. She's good
Yeah.
TV for sure.
Yeah.
But first, as always, we first ask, write us a review on Apple Podcasts, subscribe, rate us. We love you. And before we dive into the Bravo shows, let's do a little celeb gossip. What do we got?
All right. So I listened to the Andy Cohen real quick. The Andy Cohen, there is some good Bravo juice, actually. This is, I guess, not that great. Supposedly, Shannon, did you hear this? That Shannon from OC had a facelift?
Oh,
They were
I
saying
believe
that
it.
she did. I didn't really notice it, but she does look a little fresher.
Her face to me was never the problem.
Yeah. No,
You know
no.
what I mean?
Especially when, and her face has changed, though. When you look back,
Yes,
there's no one
it
that
has.
looks more different than her.
She looks so different. It's
I
crazy.
don't understand what happened there. It's really weird.
Yeah. She seems
Dr.
very
Moon.
homeopathic, so it's interesting she got a facelift. But
Yeah,
whatever.
she's bullshit.
Yeah.
But she says she was at the thing, and it was pretty cool because it was like you were there. You listened to everything. Shannon says that they've been taping for 2 weeks already, and that she hates Emily and Gina. So it's already back to the old shtick. I don't know why Andy Cohen and all them didn't see the internet, and the ratings had to have been down. Why are they force feeding it?
I will watch the first episode, and if it's the same shit, I'm out. 100%. I'm not watching it.
I just don't understand why they would do this.
Me neither. It's dumb.
really obnoxious. That pink dress that Sonia was wearing that she looks smoking hot in, that's a Sonia Morgan collection.
Shout out to her. The couple things I've seen that she's put up, where she's like, Sonia Morgan dress, it's cute.
Yeah.
So good for her.
I know.
It finally
Lisa
stuck
Vanderpump-
after many failed different endeavors.
Better than Sheree. Lisa
Yeah.
Vanderpump, she didn't even respond to Kyle's invitation to the baby shower. I think it was wrong of her. She should have been there for Andy.
Yeah, she's over it.
Now, did you see this? This is big gossip. So on Watch What Happens Live, they asked Nene, who would you want to fight, or who would you actually have a showdown with or something? She said Lisa Rinna, but she didn't mean to say Lisa Rinna, I guess. So she was on Jenny McCarthy's radio show, I guess. I think they were at the Super Bowl already, pre-show or something, seemed like. And she said the wrong name, that she really meant Lisa Vanderpump. And she said that, Nene Leakes, when she was on the New Normal and she was on Glee, was driving down West Hollywood area and saw all those gay bars, and she says, I have a large gay fan base, and I was thinking it'd be cool to have a bar right in there. So she called Lisa Vanderpump and asked her about the pump space, and Lisa Vanderpump pretty much talked her out of it. And then she went behind Nini's back and bought the space and opened Pump. And Nini's now coming out with that story and being like, you know, she won't even look at me and blah, blah, blah. Or she just says like, hi, Nini. And she knows I know that, you know. So isn't that interesting?
I wonder if that's true.
Yeah, I know.
Interesting.
It seems like Lisa Vanderpump is going down quick. She's not having a good year.
No, people have really turned on her. It's interesting.
Yeah, it's not looking good. Okay. Wendy Williams was spotted in Florida. Did you see the picture of her?
I did.
Now she looks disheveled. I don't know who she was with. Maybe a sister, maybe a best friend. I know she has a best friend maybe down there in Florida. God, why aren't I in that CVS? So she had rough. The matching bag with the shirt. She's definitely breaking up with the husband. The husband wasn't with her. She's in Florida. They're definitely splitting up. I really, truly believe so now because they were always attached to the hip. It's definitely over. She's going through something. So she postponed even 2 more weeks. I can't believe it. Now Nick Cannon's going to take over from February 4th to the 6th. Then Jason Biggs from American Pie. They say Orange is the New Black. You'll never be known as the kid from Orange is the New Black. No. Sorry, Jason Biggs.
You're always going to be known as the person who stuck his dick in the pie. Like,
oh, my God. And his wife, did you see that comment? So his wife was getting Amy, or I don't know what her name is, but
Jenny
she's
Jenny.
Jenny. And she was getting some type of IV in her arm or something online. And she said, oh, mommy's getting her drugs or something. And somebody put, like, you shouldn't put that. Your kids will read this later. And she wrote back to the girl and said, my husband's famous for sticking his penis in a pie. I think I can say whatever the hell I want. She just cracks me up. I love her so much. That. Okay, and then Keke Palmer is going to take over on February 8th. Which is cute. I do love her. She fascinates me to watch her. What do you think about her?
I don't even
know. Keke Palmer is that. She's a little feisty little thing. She's adorable, cute as a button. I don't even know what she's been on. If you'd know her if you saw her. She is the cutest thing. I wish that
it's not good that they have multiple.
My brother would marry her. Yeah,
scheduling in.
It's really crazy.
It's
and then Sherry Shepherd. I know. Sherry Shepherd's going to take over February 11th and 12th. Then Michael Rappaport is taking over a day.
Love him.
And then 2 more days after that, Jerry O'Connell. So they're going to have for 2 weeks all these people popping in and out. I just can't believe that she's letting this happen.
Yeah, it's something.
She showed up with a freaking broken shoulder.
Yeah, I mean, it's not good. It's not a good sign for your girl. Not a good sign at all.
Right? It doesn't seem like she's coming back.
Yeah, that's kind of the vibe I get, but we'll see.
How can she after all this?
Right? I don't know. It's interesting. They really got a lineup, though. That should be interesting to see all those people.
I know. I'm excited. Michael Rappaport, good for him. What kind of world has he jumped into?
I don't know.
It's really
he
interesting.
Was like really good on Watch What Happens Live with Nene, though. Like he is like a legit super fan of Bravo.
He is.
It's hilarious. He's opinions.
Mentally ill.
It's like he's really into it.
He calls into Howard Stern, and he's in like their fantasy football league, and they don't want him on to play with them anymore because he'll call and berate them over and over and over again on the weekends and like not leave them alone. They're like, this is supposed to be fun, you know, and he's just too intense about it, like talking about banging them in the ass and all this stuff. Like he's really like crazy aggressive. I love him. I know he pisses a lot of people off, but I do love him. Do you ever watch him in Atypical or something on Netflix?
No.
I
literally pretty much just watch his Instagram now. He does a lot of live ranting videos. That's about it.
He has this one episode on Louis C.K.'s TV show that he had one time or a few years ago on maybe FX, where he was a cop and he lost his gun. I don't know if anybody out there saw this episode. He should have won an Emmy for this. This guy, he really can act really well, and I'm almost attracted to him in a weird way because he's so nuts.
I was like, where's this going?
I can't imagine him being. I don't know. I don't know if he ever relaxes, but he is crazy.
He is.
All right, I have one last piece.
Okay.
One of my favorite movies ever was Zombieland. Did you ever see that?
No.
Oh my God, watch it today. If you liked watching The Walking Dead or any zombie stuff, it's such a fun movie. Okay. You have to watch it. Yeah, Dorian would like it too. And they're coming out with a Zombieland too. I'm excited. I'm really excited about that.
Who's in the original?
October. It's Woody Harrelson, Emma Stone, and there's 2 other people that you would know. I can't think of their names right now, but it is such a fun movie. It's not a scary zombie movie at all. It is a great movie. I'm so happy that they're coming back with it.
Yeah.
Oh, and then the last one is for the Bravo people. Jeff Lewis and Gage broke up, and it's.
I don't follow Jeff Lewis. I just he's not really in my radar.
Yeah, he's an interesting
but he seems
guy.
to be kind of like a disaster.
He is a
shit
disaster.
falling apart.
Yeah, he is a disaster. But he said on his radio show that he was doing work for. This is just one interesting piece for the Emmett, Lala's husband or Lala's man, and Emmett was calling him, and he had to give that job to his coworker Megan, so she was taking over the lead on them. But he was going to have his ex-wife on the radio show on Sirius XM. And Emmett kept calling Jeff like crazy, saying like, I don't want you to have her on. And he said it wasn't threatening, but Jeff almost made it seem like it was kind of threatening. Like he was so worried about what she was going to say, and Lala was upset. So it's doesn't seem as easy.
Oh, I'm sure it's not.
Divorce
right.
as it seems.
Of course not.
Right.
Of course not. He left a woman with kids to go to a 25-year-old. So
right.
It's not going to be great.
Yeah. So there you go.
All right. Well, Bravo heavy, perfect segue. We're going to dive in to our Bravo breakdown. We're going to start with Real Housewives of Atlanta. As always, follow us on Twitter and tag us in your stories on Instagram at Escape to Reality Podcast or Escape to Pod on Twitter. And we live tweet when we watch, which means you can get it at any time of the day because we watch it at different times.
I
so you
do
never
love
know.
it.
I know it's funny. Like sometimes, like we'll be watching at the same time, or both tweeting shit, and sometimes we're watching 2 different things and tweeting shit. So it's a real smorgasbord. Get ready for the joy. Yeah. Okay. Real Housewives of Atlanta. They are in Tokyo. We are continuing. I love Tanya. We pick up with Tanya crying and whatever.
She's
and I love
annoying.
I know. I love them like looking weird at her for crying, and then Marlo, is it that time of the month, Tanya? So good.
She says, yeah. She's like,
yeah, but that's not why.
It's
like,
funny
yes,
for
it
girls to be yelling at
right?
somebody for that.
The tour guide who
I
is
hate
going
Tanya.
to quit.
I really do.
I do too. The tour guide who's going to quit any day now got them McDonald's. Candy, honestly, her food shit bothers me. Like she's eating like she's starving to death. Like I just, she doesn't seem like somebody who can travel well, you know?
Yeah.
Like it just, yeah. But the tour guide seems
I'm not
going
to be slurping down sushi, raw sushi, but I'd find something on the menu, and I'd eat some bread or
udon.
I'd find something. Right? Oh, that's noodles, right?
Yeah, you can have what's it called? Ramen. Ramen's Japanese.
Person. Yeah, you could find something.
Yeah, like come on.
Yeah, she is funny.
They get back in the bus, and this is one of the all-time just read exchanges between Marlo and Eva. I think it went on for about an hour. It was,
oh my God, can you imagine being in there?
No, it was so good. I really liked Marlo on Eva's fashion, your Birkenstock wearing ass, which I thought was hilarious. And she said, everything you wore on the runway is in my closet. Eva's responding with, you could never model.
Plus size, plus I'd love to see Marlo. Marlo is winning me over more and more.
I love Marlo. I mean, everybody said that Eva like read the fuck out of her on that thing, but I thought they were going back and forth pretty well.
Did we miss something there? Yeah.
Like when she's like, breastfeed your child, and then she's like, have a child. It's like, what the hell? Respect your elders. You have 2 kids by 2 different men.
I thought Eva was going to get up and get mad there. In the commercials, they made it seem like she was going to, but then she just sat there and was like, I'm going to pray for you. It's like, God, I thought you were going to whip her in the eye with your hair or something.
Talking about her weave falling off and her wig and needing glue. I mean, that was an absolute classic. It was unbelievable.
It was up there with, it brought me back to the bus with close your legs to married men.
Yes.
And they were fighting on the bus for 100 years, but that was way better too.
But I also think what's amazing is that, as usual, this is one of the things that I marvel at with Atlanta. is that they can like
Yeah.
absolutely destroy each other and then just like, all right, well, let's go. It's time for lunch. Or like,
I know,
you
it's
know,
hilarious.
It's
I
so
liked
good.
Marlo giving her a hug too. That was really sweet.
Yeah. I mean, if this was, for example, the Trash OC or even Beverly Hills last
They
season,
hold on to that forever.
that would be the entire season, them fighting about one
Oh.
comment, you know? And they said probably 15 unforgivable things to each other. Like, in
Oh,
a matter of
yeah.
minutes.
And then she bring it into the kids, and she's
I know.
talking about. So
Oh,
the
God.
$1,000 flats. How do
Yeah.
they have that much money? They don't have a lot of money, or she wouldn't be on the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Yeah, I don't know what her husband does either.
Those
so
are
I
ugly
don't-
for
Ugly as
$1,000.
shit. Again, like, just because you have money doesn't mean you should spend money on dumb shit. You
And
know what I
then
mean?
Candy's like, I wouldn't spend money that, and Candy has the money to spend on
Right.
$1,000 flats.
Agreed.
She's got money rolling in, and she's sitting up in that stupid, stinky celebrity Big Brother house. It makes
I
no
know.
sense,
It really doesn't make sense.
and it's not making her look good.
I have to say, Portia is really dramatic about being pregnant. I love all of them. Like, girl, you're not even like 7 months pregnant. Calm the fuck down. Like, she really is like, oh, I can't do it. I'm so tired. It's like she's gonna be so dramatic. I think.
I think I've realized the more and more people I've known that are pregnant, some are like that, and some are just warriors, and it is
Yeah.
very interesting. I love Nene saying, like, girl, there's a baby. Some lady has on a bus stop with the lady
Yes.
baby on her hip, on her
Yep.
stroller, and it's
Yep.
so true.
So true.
She thinks
Yeah.
she's got it bad now. Wait till you have to wake up every 2 hours. They tell you when you bring that sucker home from the hospital, wake it up every 2 hours to make sure it's hungry. It seems so opposite. It's like, aren't you supposed to let a baby sleep?
Yeah. No, I mean, I
But
think she's.
wait,
I mean, I'm sure
wait.
she'll have a nanny, but it's like
And a sister too. Yeah,
Yeah, true. Yeah, that sister, aka her employee.
her sister who yeah.
They went out for karaoke. I can't handle Shamari singing. I just like she was. Really,
I can't either.
There's
Drives
always
me nuts.
There's always one person at karaoke who takes it far too seriously. That's her. It was just like, shut the fuck up.
And then Candy and her. So when Nene said,
The escape thing.
what does that mean? Was she not on the song?
I think she was saying like, I really like that song because I couldn't hear Candy. I think that's the shade she was trying to say.
But what does
Like-
that mean? Like she's
Like she
not
doesn't like her
singing in
voice.
this. But is she on that track?
Yes,
or is
she
not?
is. No, she is.
Okay.
I think she
That
was
makes
saying
sense
like,
to me.
I think she was saying like, you know, I really like that song. You couldn't even hear Candy, like saying that she
Okay,
liked it because she couldn't
at
hear Candy.
karaoke, not
Yes.
all the time. If you're
No,
driving
I think
around
all
in
the
car.
time. I think all the time.
Oh, okay. It was just
Yeah.
kind of she's
Like shade.
droned out in it. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I did like them all singing Escape. That was cute.
It is cute.
Yeah. The next day, Marlo gets her clothes back. She's wearing a great chopsticks
Oh
wig
my
situation.
god, she looked great.
Right? And so this is what I'm talking about. Like Eva's, you know, upset about her grandpa. Like how they all comfort her was very sweet. But like the fact that Marlo just rolled in there, like, what's wrong? Let me give you a hug. It's like, what is this?
I really liked it though. I thought it.
Yeah, me
because
too.
It was like it's just they're just fighting to have fun. Like,
Yes.
Like yeah, sometimes I fight just to fight. I shouldn't, but so hold on. My question here. What's her face? Eva says, "Oh, I'm a fancy dresser. Blah blah blah. They're gonna go out to karaoke." She shows up in a t-shirt,
I know.
and Marlo's all dressed up like a dominatrix.
Yep.
Like, how do you wear a t-shirt when even Tanya had her tits hanging out?
Yeah, Eva underwhelms consistently.
drives me
to in the
nuts.
fashion. She could look
Put on
amazing.
some
Imagine
clothes.
if she was wearing what Marlo or Cynthia wears. She would look just a billion times better. She would look epic.
I want it. Yeah, I would love to see her redone. And
Me too.
she's like put on an Abercrombie and Fitch t-shirt. It is like I
Yeah,
couldn't
it is
understand it.
I know, it doesn't make any sense because like they all like are serving
went-
complete looks, like hair,
Yeah.
fashion, tits, all of it. I don't get
You're
it.
going to the red light district. You don't put on a t-shirt
Right? Yeah.
in freaking Tokyo, where the fashion is
Right.
probably bigger
Next
than New
level.
York City.
Yep. Agreed.
Driving me nuts. And what is interesting? Sorry, one more thing. Marlo and Danielle are running the show on these running the show
And
on
neither
these
of them
shows,
are
but they're
housewives.
not. It doesn't make
I know.
sense.
I was thinking that too. I guess maybe didn't you say like they're too much of a liability? Like Marlo has some kind of situation they can't offer her a full-time thing.
She like slit somebody's throat or stab somebody or something like that.
Love it.
I would be pissed if I was Marlo.
Yeah. The tour guide left Nene. She was 5 minutes late and they were over it. I love that.
Oh my gosh, poor
Oh,
Nene.
I saw you commented on this on Twitter at Escape2Pod. But you said like they broke the fourth wall by showing the producer, like the producer tries to come into Nene's room and she's like, "Get out!"
I loved it.
I thought that was so good.
What was
Get
his name?
out
Marcus,
of my
maybe?
room.
She,
Yeah,
like,
she just
screaming.
and he just turns around and leaves. Like she completely. I loved that.
I wish we could see that more. I wish they could show
good.
us behind the scenes stuff
Yeah,
like that more.
Yeah, me too.
That was fun.
Yeah. So Nene shows up later to the meal, but Nene and Greg are fighting for real for sure.
I love how he's like sick and dying, and she's like, "I'm gonna block him."
I know. It's like, God.
It's like, jeez.
Tanya tries to talk to Tanya.
He must be being vicious to her.
I think so. I think feels, you know, when people feel sick and they like lash out at you, I think that's what he's doing. Like he's sick and completely lashing out. And of course, Tanya tries to talk to Nene again, which is so fucking dumb.
Oh my God.
And I love Nene. If she wants to play with me, Nene can come out anytime. It was the wrong time. I think they all knew not to fuck with Nene, and she did. It was just
and it's like they're all getting on a bus, and you're holding them up on the side of the street, talking like you're. No wonder your husband's not marrying you. You're probably keeping him up all night, wanting to talk about stuff in circles.
This tour guide is gonna lose her shit. Like, don't make her wait anymore.
Her.
She's over it. It was good.
I like watching her faces.
Yeah.
Her on the
Any
bus
other
was funny.
Real Housewives of Atlanta thoughts?
Do you notice Eva's mascara in her? Check out her mascara.
Confessionals.
In the confessionals.
Very heavy under eye.
Unbelievable. And it's like
I don't
looks
like
like a tarantula sitting on her eyelids.
Yes. She really needs like a stylist or something. Like it's very upsetting to me. She's so beautiful and she's dressing like a complete asshole. She's dressing like any like housewife in the valley or something. It's like, stop.
Like me. Yeah. It's like very poor people. And I just hate, just one more thing. People, my mom is like, if she wants to Google something on her phone, she'll talk into the phone and she'll be like, where is Hobby Lobby? You know, and I'm like, just type it in. It always gets screwed up. Mm-hmm. I guess maybe on the TV show, Eva had to text her mom or something. She's like, I want to go home, period. I am in something, period. It's
I
like,
hate that shit.
Everybody knows on the show they have to.
Well, Siri is fucking trash. Everybody knows it. It's never. I try that sometimes. Like when I'm driving, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try to tell it a voice text, and it never works. It literally has never worked. It either looks like something's wrong with you and you can't speak English, or it's like it'll write out period, not put a period. It's like it's so stupid. I hate it.
I know.
I hate Siri.
It makes me laugh. It made me think of my mom.
Yeah. All right. Vanderpump.
Oh man.
Okay, so there's this thing about people who live in LA. It's like if you've watched the Kardashians, anytime they drive to San Diego, it's like a road trip, and they act like they're like leaving the universe. All of these people driving to Marina Del Rey, you would think that they literally they were like, she might as well move to New Jersey. I'm like, they were really dramatic about how far Sheena moved.
Yes.
Geographically undesirable, they said. It's so LA.
Why
to just think that's so
How's
far.
she going to get to work every day?
Well, I looked it up. I've been to Marina Del Rey to LA.
45
it's like
minutes or 20.
Well, with no traffic, it's 25, so it's probably 45 minutes. But do we really believe that she's even going to work?
Exactly.
So it's
they're so ridiculous. I know that's how people are, and it's like I've always driven kind of 45 minutes to work and here and there, and I think it's crazy. Even where I live,
that's the thing about everybody says LA is so great, but it's like your life has to be a very small. You have to live where you want to be all the time because you can't go fucking anywhere because of traffic. You know what I mean? Like it's not like you're going from West Hollywood to Santa Monica easily. It's like it's not happening. So it's very, I don't know, it feels stifling to me. Like you have to have everything in one area or you're screwed.
LA does seem like the pits. At least you'd think they would have come up with a decent public transportation system.
I know. It's terrible. They really need it.
It looked pretty, but it was probably just some little cracker box
right
on the water there. It is a very pretty area.
Yeah, it is.
But
I knew you would enjoy Lala seeing all Sheena's sunglasses and saying, "Did she rob a lens crafters?" That was great.
all those sunglasses, man.
Yeah.
Mine are just dumped in my purse.
I know, right? Same. Let's see. So at the party, Billy and Lala get into it. Billy's starting to irritate me.
Yeah, I like zoned out.
Me too.
She's like chasing Lala down to
yeah,
the house.
chasing
I'm like, what
her
happened?
around.
I missed something.
Yeah, it's like, I totally get her, like, where she's coming from, but it's displaced. Like, she's putting her anger onto people that could really give a shit less.
Yeah,
and you can say a lot about these people, but I think they definitely are, like, pro LGBTQ whatever. Like, they're very supportive of people, so it's like they didn't seem to me like they were hating, so it's just kind of irritating.
Yeah, they're not haters like that.
No.
They just hate people because
right, they just hate people. They don't hate.
They all seem to hate each other.
Yes, they really do. I think that's one of the things that's frustrating me about this season is that it's, even though they're friends, like in quotation marks, they have such hatred and talk shit about each other all the time. It's kind of like disgusting. Like even with Shaw's, they say it to each other's faces, and then you can know there's genuine love behind it. It's not like they're all
move on. Yeah.
Yes, and it's like here, it's like it's evident. Like nobody, even the people that are in relationships, don't seem to like each other, other than like Stassi and Beau. You know what I mean? It's like I don't know. I don't like it.
It's the vibe is off.
Yes, it is.
They all hate each other. If they didn't have this stupid show, none of them would probably see each other.
I agree. The reveal of Tom Tom, what'd you think? It looks amazing. It's so pretty.
Yeah, it is cute. I like it. All those clocks and everything.
I mean, it definitely looks more like a... yes.
I don't remember them kissing, but...
I don't either. It definitely looks more like a female bar to me than a male bar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it has Lisa Vanderpump's, touch.
Yeah, it definitely does. It really is that Nick Lane and his wife was pretty young. I was surprised.
Yeah, she did.
He is handsome.
Mm-hmm.
He hates the Tom-Toms, if that's true.
It
must really drive him crazy.
Well, the flashback where they showed them like showing up in Vegas wasted to that like whatever they were doing, wasn't a like when they were looking at the different interiors. Yeah. It was like, what a mess.
They are annoying.
Yeah. I that's the thing. Like, so who, if you had to pick one character that you'd be like, oh, I absolutely love them, who would you pick? Exactly.
Probably Jackson a hate way.
Yes, I would agree. Jackson, like an because he's such a disaster and an asshole. He's good TV, but like not as a good person. There's nobody to me that I'm like, wow, what a great person this person is.
Yeah, it maybe like Stassi and Beau might eventually be decent people because Beau's going to make Stassi a better person. But yeah, I don't know.
Another birthday party. It's crazy to me that Jax is going to be 39. That's so old to just be such a douche.
How old is he when we met him? 31?
God, that's old, right?
Jeez.
Acting like he's 21.
Goes by fast. He's changed a lot, his looks too.
Yeah, he has. The drama, Tom tells the guys that Ariana and Lala hooked up, and Lala went down on her in the back of a car.
Wow, that was shocking.
Very shocking.
I was blown away.
Also shocking that it happened in a car. As you're like, how horny are you that you're driving around like and pulling someone into the back of the car?
I think they were shit-faced, and
they had to be shit-faced.
And it seems like they're like driving around in like a 1950s Cadillac where the seats are
right. Where's the space?
And they're like, everything's cushioned. It's
right,
really
right.
Crazy.
Are you in a Maybach? Like, what is happening there? Also, I saw on Twitter, Ariana was like defending the fact that like she did this and that it wasn't cheating, and was saying they were trying to get Tom involved. It was like, he was driving. What do you mean trying to get him involved?
I saw that.
What is that? I don't.
And Tom, if he wanted to be involved, I'm sure any red-blooded male would have pulled over somewhere and figured out a situation. Yep. The whole thing makes me a little nervous. Now, I feel like the energy between when Lala and what's-her-face, Ariana, were looking at each other at the roller skating party, there were some fireworks there that I haven't seen her look at Tom for in a long time.
I mean, let's be real. Tom, to me, neither of them seem 100% straight. which
Right.
is fine if like 100% if that's the vibe you want to go for, but don't pretend like you're in this committed whatever relationship when like
That's
she's
pretty
hooking up with
much-
women and like who knows what's happening, you know?
And if you are so fluid and everything is just equal, isn't that
Yeah.
that's pretty? That's a lot of cheating. I mean, I think what's his face, Sam Sandoval's pretty upset underneath it all.
Yes,
and
I think so,
Ariana
too.
runs the show, and he knows
Yep.
that she'll just bounce, so he
Yep.
can't really say that really upset me.
Yeah, deep down, I think he's kind of he's the weaker partner in relationships because he got schooled by Kristen.
Yeah.
You know, so I think I don't
Those
know.
episodes back then, all you
Oh,
see is Kristen flailing her arms and screaming at people. She's
and he's
nuts.
crying like, yeah, insane. They start talking about Lala in the bedroom, and James makes some comment about her doing headstands, which I'm very intrigued by. I don't know what that means. Like,
And I didn't think they really had a lot of sex. I thought it was like a one-time thing.
Me
It
too.
didn't
Does that
really
mean-
happen.
they were fucking like, and she was upside down, like
I don't
in a
even know how that.
headstand. I don't.
And maybe he was. doing
If anyone
something
knows
to
how
her?
you have
I don't
sex in a
know.
headstand, someone holler at us on Twitter at Escape2Pod.
What's his
Let us
face?
know.
Doesn't seem that sexual to me either for a woman.
Who?
James.
Oh no, he seems gay all day.
And then
Gay as the day is long.
and the woman and he's in love with Lala more than anybody in the whole planet. The way he looks at her,
Yeah.
the whole
Yeah.
thing is really weird.
And I mean, so Jax is sitting there, and of course, Jax immediately tells Lala. Jax like is what did Ariana said. Jax will tell anyone with earlobes anything he hears, which I thought was like a perfect way of summing up how Jax will literally say anything. I thought it was interesting, Lala, like about her hooking up with Ariana. She like to Brittany, and Jax just denies it straight up. I thought that was good.
yeah, it was. Then she like has a confessional. Well, I
Right.
did do it, but so I mean, all
Yeah,
of
but
America's gonna see
she doesn't
that.
want to blow up her spot, so I really
Yeah,
like
it was
that.
sweet. That was sweet. Yeah, for her girlfriend.
Yeah. So
They
Tom
make a
tells,
beautiful couple. I would love to see that lesbian couple more than anything in the whole world.
right?
Oh my
That would
God.
be great.
What does
I
Emmett
mean,
think?
He must. I mean, obviously he knows about all this shit, so he must be into it.
God, if
Maybe
I came home and told Tyler, "Hey, I was shit faced and ate some girl out," I wonder how he'd feel about that. I mean, it's
Yeah.
really, I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's also there were so many weird aspects, like layers to that. One, that he was present there and it happened, and he didn't tell people for like a long time. Why'd you choose to tell people then? Why did you not tell her? Like, I don't know. Just it was a very weird situation to me. Like, it seemed, I don't know. Like, why did he choose to tell the guys there? Why did he keep it inside for so long? Why didn't he tell her he was going to tell people? I don't know. It's just weird.
It is. Their relationship is going to be over if it isn't already.
Yeah. What else? Oh, they had the roller rink party. Jax looked like he belonged in the 70s.
He looked
I mean,
good.
he was born in the 70s if he's fucking 39 years old.
He did look. He looked funny.
And
Their
James,
outfits, I got to give it to them. They really come up with good costumes.
right? James to me also looked like he deserves to have like long dirty hair like that. Like it
He's
really
a Joe
fit
Dirt,
him.
very Joe Dirt.
Yes. Really fit his vibe.
Yeah. I love James. Raquel, I give her credit. She just shows up, doesn't give,
Raquel's got to be, I don't know, either on something or a little slow. It's like
Yeah, it's either
just-
she's super sharp and shy, or she's slow, or
super sharp and shy. No. Tell you right now.
I hope someday she'll never go. Yeah, I would
I
love
love-
it if she was one day.
I love Lala and her like having a conversation. Then she's just like, or her and James, and then she's like, Raquel, I'm sorry I called you a twat, and then just leaves. I thought that was like,
That was
Oh,
the
that was
best
good.
apology I've ever seen in my whole life.
yeah, it was classic. I don't know. Yeah, it's just like I really do miss the days of like them being young in a shit show. There's something depressing to me about it now that these people are all doing the same shit. You know?
I think this will
It's
be
like,
the last
you think it's it?
season before one of them will make a big change.
I hope. Because
And
it's
all that
it's
money
just
they
not
have, and they're
good.
still living in those apartments where they're attached to each other.
Right?
Man, we
Well,
could be
also when you
45,
think about the
Jax?
previews for the season, I think a lot of the drama they showed has already happened. Like the Stassi breakdown and the yelling. Like I feel like it's gonna be boring for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah, there isn't much. They need to go on some cool vacations to
Get them out of
exotic
there.
places.
Yep.
Yeah.
Vacations always shake it
I
up.
thought Stassi was funny. She's like, why hasn't anyone asked to go down on me? What's wrong with me? I would say that too. Like, come on. But Ariana is one gorgeous broad. When she's given him the evil eye when he walks in at that bar,
that was good into the bar.
She is
Yeah,
beautiful.
Yeah, she is pretty. Any other thoughts on Vanderpump?
You know, if she doesn't want to have kids and he really wants to have kids, I don't think they should force it.
No, and he's like, maybe if I buy a house. I'm like, no, that's not how it works. You shouldn't get more committed to a person that you already know foundationally doesn't have the same beliefs as you.
Oh my God.
So stupid.
And I think if Ariana did have a baby, she'd be okay with it. But, you know, if she doesn't want to, she doesn't want to. What are you going to do?
Yeah, it's a woman's prerogative.
Yeah.
All right. Below Deck finale. Sad.
I guess her and Lala would have a baby together. I really want them together. I don't think Lala's full-blown lesbian, but yeah, all right.
I don't get I think she is, though, very sexually promiscuous, I would say.
I always thought it was talk, but I guess it's not.
No, I think it's real.
Yeah, it definitely is.
It's real. If you're going down on somebody in the back of the car, it's real.
Oh, yeah, that definitely is.
I also feel like it was probably during the day. I don't know why I think that, but I just feel like it was like a day drunk situation.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
All right.
All right.
Below Deck finale. First, we got to shout out our boy Colin. We did an interview with Colin from Below Deck Med. He is returning for the next season, so shout out to him. He was very vague when we asked him about it.
So, yeah, we knew. It sounded like he was coming.
Yep. So I was thinking about this. The first episode of Below Deck this season was our favorite guest of all time, the like shitty guy riding around
He
having
was so fun.
the foam party. And so I think the bookends of the season where they had the best guest at the beginning and the worst at the end, because this chick was absolutely the guest from hell.
And I saw Ross's Instagram last night. He's still with that broad at a basketball game with her and acting like she's a normal person. Maybe he just likes her because she has money, but
yeah,
he's doing what
the friends would do. You know what I mean? Like those friends know she's a terrible person, but they're tolerating it because they're on a yacht.
What is wrong with him?
Yeah. I don't know.
Beyond.
You saw when they got her up, she was like, I'm going to puke everywhere just for you. She was walking away. That's what she said. I was like, are you kidding?
She's a terrible, terrible person.
She really
it's an excuse. You can't make an excuse for her.
No, there's that type of douchery behavior is inexcusable.
God, I don't know how he could. He seemed like he was sweet. He's got that nice baby mama. She probably has moved on from Ross. He was living in La La Land with it.
Right.
But, God. Makes you judge Ross. That's for sure.
For sure. Yeah, like the order they made, the chicks made for breakfast was so preposterous. Like they literally ordered
my God.
like every single type of omelet, Benedict, anything.
That was rude.
And then they didn't even eat it.
That was so rude.
Oh my God. So
they
question.
Should have just told them, this is what you'll get.
If you were on the boat and they left an untouched meal, would you eat it? Like if you worked there?
No.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't eat it.
I mean, if I was maybe starving, but it's
such a waste.
It is. I guess I just don't know if it's kind of stupid, but yeah, I don't know if they would have touched what they did with it. I guess if I was a homeless person or starving, obviously I would, but
homeless person.
It's too bad.
He serves them a very nice lunch, and they're like, "Did you give me a whole chicken?" So we're back to the chicken issues. He wants to do.
It's like, just eat the chicken and shut up, bitch.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. He wants to do an aquarium for dinner and catches a massive sea slug. Disgusting. That thing was so gross. So gross.
And somebody called into Andy Cohen Live and was like, "Do you think isn't it illegal to take part of the coral off of to be diving?"
Oh, that's a good call.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
I wonder if, certain areas are protected and some aren't, but you would think somewhere in Tahiti would be.
God, he just jumped right down there and
so cool to see people that are
thing.
like ocean people like that.
That was pretty bitchin'.
I would be
was like
I
blown
like
away.
every time I go snorkeling, if I see a large fish, I'm going the opposite direction. I'm not going towards it. Like I'm such a pussy.
How did he see that thing? And I
Ugh.
did feel bad for it because it's still, and it is part of an ecosystem. Like you can't be
Yes,
screwing
so
around with
true.
stuff like that. Then you just throw it back in the ocean, and that poor thing probably died.
Yeah, you're right. It's so gross though. That thing was fucking disgusting.
I love Captain Lee. He's like, tells Captain Lee he's going to do that. And he's like, oh, that sounds disgusting.
Right.
How about Adrian giving us me and Geneva worked for the creepiest ex-boss ever.
Yes,
he was
we did.
So nasty.
Sexual molester for sure.
And he was totally Adrian saying he needed a hug for the avocado.
Yeah,
That gave
I
me
mean,
PTSD.
well, so let's talk a little bit about that. All his creepy comics, like Laura said something literally as they were packing up.
Right.
Why didn't she just like say it earlier? Like, listen, bro, like enough with the creep. Like she could have
Especially
said,
since they're
she could have
sleeping in the
said
same
something.
room.
Right. She could have said like 3 weeks ago, listen, like calm down on that, like in a much lighter way. You know what I mean? She could have nipped it in the bud earlier rather than at the end telling him all the shit he said that creeped her out. I didn't really understand that.
Yeah, because we've all been there where guys say stuff, and I am too chicken. See, I probably would have just taken but I do say nasty stuff back to people sometimes.
You do.
But I would
I
just,
think,
even if people bothered me, I probably wouldn't have said anything because it was the end and it was
see,
over.
I feel like
I give her credit for doing that, but at the same time, if it really did bother her, she should have just been like, "Hey, I don't like that," especially if he's sleeping underneath you.
I feel like 7 years ago I would have said nothing. Now,
right. Yes.
I feel like I would have been
Yes.
like, shut the fuck up. Like, I think there is an awakening of just that certain comments are no
older,
longer
right.
acceptable. Well, also just
I
like, I think we didn't realize how much sexual harassment women like go through on a daily that we thought was regular. You know what I mean? Like, I even think about
crazy.
walking through a club back in the day and like your ass getting grabbed by randoms. Like that was standard, but you didn't even think it was wrong. It was just like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? And now it's like, oh, that was like kind of sexual assault.
Oh yeah, I had my ass. Somebody smacked my ass one time. I cussed the guy out, and then somehow I ended up feeling bad for like cussing him out. I apologize. You know, it's like, what the hell am I apologizing? I go back in time. I want to smack my
Right.
self.
Yeah, it's just different. So they have a birthday dinner for the primary. She's crying, acting like everything's just amazing. I feel like Cinderella when they set off the fireworks.
Stupid fireworks.
Yeah, that had to be expensive, right?
Oh, I'm sure. My parents used to drag me to fireworks. I hated it. Then you got to wait there for like an hour in a park. It seems like someone's going to come murder us all. I hate it.
You've seen them once, you've seen them all.
And people taking videos of it, they're going to rewatch those fireworks.
I know. After the fireworks, the guests start fighting again, which I thought was hilarious. Her one friend is like, I organized the fireworks and everything. You treated me like shit. So they have a great friendship.
Group of girls.
Right? It's crazy how they were able to fluctuate between hating each other and then acting like everything was fine.
Jesus. And I wonder how long they've been friends. If they were probably 5 years old acting like that.
Totally. They've been friends probably forever and just tolerate her.
They really do they have a mic in that room, or were they mic'd? I guess
I think they were
still
mic'd
up.
Yeah, I think so.
That was beautiful. I love listening to them. I could hear the fight all night long.
Me too. The guest, when they left, she was like a disaster, crying like, you have no idea how much this meant to me. I'm like, you harassed these people. You literally, that was like abuse what you were doing.
Jesus.
Captain Lee called this crew the best charter crew ever.
What planet are we on? And Kate too. It's like, okay,
I guess the last iteration, like, but if you think
Yeah.
about the beginning with Caroline and Chandler, like that was a disaster. So I guess he must mean like overall.
I was really shocked by that. I really feel like I've seen way better, even with a Rocky.
Yeah, totally. Oh, Tyler, I had to comment on. So he had a plan before they went out on their last night that, and this is something like I've heard people say many times, where it's like, every time I have a shot, I'm going to have a glass of water. And like every time I have a drink, then I'm going to have a glass of water, and it's going to be a perfect plan. And it's like, that shit never works.
Tom Schwartz. Yeah.
Right. He ends up getting hammered and falling asleep in the club, which I thought was hilarious.
Jeez. And he went
It was
home.
amazing to me. He made it back by himself, like into his room.
So nobody walked him back. I saw that. That was That's
it's just
dangerous.
sometimes the drunk will to like get to where you want to go is amazing, you know?
Yeah, I woke in.
like-
I think back and like, wow, I can't believe I lived through that. He could just make one wrong step and be in the water and he's dead.
Totally. I do feel like on a boat, somebody, I guess there was crew filming him, so if it got serious.
Oh,
but like,
right. That's true.
it is, it's amazing to watch the sheer will of like, I will make it to my bed when you're like unconscious.
And it scares me. I haven't traveled much in my life, but Tahiti, or it just makes me nervous to get completely shit-faced in a foreign country like that too.
Man, so one time after college, we went to Europe and we were in Berlin and we had a flight at 6 a.m. to go to Venice. And so we went out for the night and got just shit-faced. And we were like, for some reason, we thought it was a good idea to go to sleep at like 3 a.m. And we were going to wake up like an hour later and go to the airport. And we were staying in a hostel. And we were like, all right, it's going to be fine. Like, and everybody in the room, like our other like hostel people were like, all right, we'll set alarms for you guys too. Like, you'll definitely get up. Fucking woke up at like 6:30 when our flight was supposed to leave. And we had alarms going off for like 2 hours. We missed our flights. It was a disaster, like complete disaster. But like, I don't know why we didn't just go to sleep, but we were like way too drunk in a foreign country, just like chicks just wandering around. I mean, thank God nothing happened, but yeah, we missed our flight. We got
when we're
screwed.
young, and you're young, you think that's the time to do it.
Right. But we should have just stayed up. I don't know why we thought an hour nap was going to help us.
Yeah, that's
like,
true. You probably could have just, gone
if we'd
to
stayed
the
up,
airport.
100%. Should have just gone to the airport. We blew it. Probably would have gotten on the plane, though.
Sometimes
but
you're so tired, right?
yeah, that like 3 a.m. like, I gotta go to bed. That was disaster. Yeah, what else? So yeah, they all kind of went their separate ways. I have to say, Ross was great as a bosun. I thought he really brought them together. He was excellent, and I love Ashton. Those are like, Ashton is such a sweet person to me.
Oh, he is, yeah. And I feel like he could genuinely be a good boyfriend to Laura.
I think so. I think if he is committed to somebody, I think he's going to be all in. I don't know why.
I like her
too.
too.
Yeah, she grew
on me. Yeah.
And Kate and Josiah's friendship is just adorable.
Shakatakaturi. I don't know how she said that.
Oh yeah, how did she even say that? I wanted to write that down, but she said it completely wrong.
I want to eat all that every time I see one of those plates. It looks so delicious,
plate,
doesn't it?
Oh, so good.
Oh, to be on a yacht eating that. Oh, baby, some champagne. My mouth waters.
Right.
What about what's his face? Adrian yelling at or getting pissed. Did he not put the LED lights in or something? What was that?
Oh yeah, he was like, he wanted a whole setup for the last centerpiece, and Kate was like, you've never wanted anything, why are you up my ass now? Which I agree, like, leave her the fuck alone. That's her area.
Yeah,
Cook.
I can see though that but he's like an artist about the whole thing. It's the whole experience.
Right.
I think Kate took that a little personal. In my opinion, I thought so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was a good season overall. Some great guests, some good drama. Belowdeck and Belowdeck Med are just thoroughly enjoyable every season to me.
Yeah, I love Kate, but okay, so I take Kate every season, but I love it. Yeah, I just can't believe that they're having Hannah back.
Me
for
neither.
This one, and there's got to be somebody better.
I think they like her because she's good TV. I don't think even it's about the talent anymore. Like, she's obviously terrible.
But there could be even somebody better for TV, and maybe people love her. But to me, she bothers me.
She's trash.
I will
she's
watch
not good
her.
at her job.
I will watch her, but
yeah.
Same.
All right, we saved the best for last. Real Housewives of New Jersey, all-timer episode of all time. I think the quote of the episode, I don't remember who said this. I didn't write it out. But they said, oh, no, it was Dolores. And she was talking to Frank. Like, she FaceTimed Frank. She's like, oh, he was like, how's it going? She's like, oh, a bunch of old whores carrying on.
I love Dolores. I
love Dolores.
Her FaceTime and Frank every 2 seconds.
Right?
God, what is going on?
Like, every morning, everybody else is FaceTiming their husbands, and she's FaceTiming him.
Yeah. There's more to the story. There has to be.
It definitely.
I mean, maybe they're best friends, whatever, but come on. Your kids aren't 5 years old. They're not staying with daddy.
Right.
You two like each other a lot.
Agreed.
Come on.
They split up. Some people go to the pool. Some people go shopping. At the pool, Jackie said she'd never taken 4 days off the gym in a row, which
That
seemed
was interesting.
insane.
Good for her. Man.
And you saw Dolores when she said she like had an
Oh
eating
my
disorder. She was so thin.
Wow.
That was insane. I've never.
Wow.
I mean, she looked like a different person. Same
That
in the
was
face, but her
sad,
body.
right?
Ugh.
Wow, that arm. It's the arms that get scary.
Yep, totally.
And
The
the
arms and the
legs.
shoulders.
Oh my God. And that I never, you just don't see it. You never think. Jackie is interesting. She does.
Okay. Her hair. Her hair to me drives me nuts. It looks like a Kim Zolciak wig all the time, but like a bad wig.
That wasn't
like,
washed.
I want her hair to be washed. Like she needs to go to like get a blowout or something. Like there's something about the way she styles her hair that's really like bothering me.
It's like she sticks her head out the window to dry it or something.
I don't know. Yeah, it's like
When she's driving like a dog. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. It looks a little greasy. Maybe the product or something. You're right. And it always looks the same as what's her face. Man, it hasn't worked out in 4 days. She is really, maybe this show will help her get over her issues. Because if you have addiction to working out, that's just as bad as the whole slave to the food, right? I was thinking those girls in New Jersey being watched by their grandpa, they just must be going wild. Can you imagine if their grandpa's watching them? How's that safe?
I know. I was thinking that. I guess probably Gina does a lot. Is that her name? Gia?
Gia. Yeah, Gia. Gina. Right. Yeah, hopefully. The dad has one eye. I don't know. I would be. They're probably out getting drunk in the backyard.
Okay, so the first of like 4 fights of the episode. They go shopping. Teresa's defending Jennifer. Melissa very feisty this episode.
She's getting sick of it. I did like her this episode.
Yeah, she was very feisty. She says stupid shit about Margaret. Kind of turning up as they get drunk, and Melissa and Danielle get into it about bringing up kids. And Melissa's like, "You're a fucking bitch!" And like they both run away from each other.
Melissa's right. She shouldn't be bringing that shit up.
Yeah, Teresa. It's very odd how defensive she is of Danielle.
I
almost feel like she knows she can't turn on her because Danielle is gonna like sue her or some shit for the stuff that's happened in the past. Like I don't know. Like it's like she's walking on eggshells because she doesn't want to get in trouble or something.
I have no idea. You can't like Danielle that much. Even though they were fun watching them eat breakfast together, I do like them as a twosome alone. It is interesting. And then when they were dancing to Melania's song, I thought that was cute. But
yes.
What is the deal? It's like Teresa is a zombie.
Brainwashed.
It's like she's programmed or something.
Yeah. It's
Danielle's
weird.
nuts. And you can't, and she saw that she was just waiting to bring that up to Margaret.
Totally.
Good for Melissa. I was glad. I'd probably rather go shopping because the pool looked nice and the shopping looked nice. I want to go eat lunch with the girls and then go sit by the pool.
100%. You don't like the shopping shit. You can do that at the airport. I mean, or you do it in the afternoon when it's cloudy or something. Like I feel like when you're in the tropical environment, you want to be at the pool or at the beach.
I want some chips and guacamole.
Yep.
Some sangria. Yeah, sit by the pool. That did look nice.
Danielle and I have to comment on these glasses. Danielle and Jennifer are both wearing Chanel glasses. I think I figured it out, but the glasses Chanel glasses always look very cheap to me. I think it's because, do you remember back in the day when they had all those fake, like the fake Chanels? Like I feel like every sunglass that's a Chanel you could get for $5 on the side of the corner.
I was looking at what's her face's Jennifer, and I'm like, God, are those real? I thought the same exact thing. Right? It is really funny that you say that.
They get back, they go to dinner. Jennifer orders tequila on the rocks, and immediately Melissa's like, here we go. And Margaret and Jennifer get back into it. They just start going back and forth. Jen tells her she's used to an environment of cheating. And then Margaret says that's why your husband sleeps in the pool house or in his girlfriend's bed. And then I love Jennifer. You shut the fuck up with that. Like yelling.
Oh, man. She is good. She is. But that you're making fun of someone the way that they're raised, I don't blame her for going for the jugular.
No, there's a lot of layers there. Like Margaret really does have a very like snippy evil side to her, where she will just like drop some crazy shit. I would be
saying the same shit too. You can't be you don't be talking about my mom. You don't be talking about my mom's decisions when she was opening up to them. It is kind of nasty. All over a mail order bride. Get it the fuck over that comment. It isn't. They're not used to that, you know. And that's Margaret. Margaret apologizes and moves on. I don't know. She is holding, but Margaret is nasty. But she apologizes and she.
I just think that you don't. I don't know why you would put it out in front of a group of people that her husband has a girlfriend. If she doesn't even know anything about it, it was weird. You know what I mean? Like, it was a very aggressive step. To also be like, and I love how she was like, so Margaret, she's like, I don't know anything. I was like, wait, what? Like, so why'd you say that?
That was crazy. She's like, I really thought that there was like maybe rumors.
Me too, because she said it so confidently, and then was like, oh no, I don't know anything. It's like, wait, what?
When she was like, oh, I hit a nerve. Like, that was crazy. That was pretty evil. You
know what I mean? Like, it's like, and I get it. Like, they both push each other into a corner, but like Margaret, it just comes out with ease the way she can say shit where it's like, wait, what? That wasn't even true? Like, what are you talking about? I don't know.
You know, Margaret is very tight with her mom, and if people kept bringing shit up to me, I probably would, and you know that's all that she can really go for Jennifer, and she knows she can get her with that, and then she knows that he sleeps in the pool house. Does he sleep in the pool house? Like, I guess maybe she says, I don't care where my husband sleeps. It's not a great sign, I guess, but I mean their relationship does seem a little weird.
It's definitely weird.
But now she is right. She says that those type of thing can cause a divorce. They can open up Pandora's box.
Totally.
Shit, man. They can't get divorced. They won't. They got 5. And in their culture, they would never let it out.
No, definitely not.
But Jennifer did get upset. Like,
I do have to say,
there had been something there.
I don't like Jennifer's lip liner. Like, it
don't
does like
look
the
like
darker
a monkey's asshole, yeah.
I mean, the darker line, I don't get the look. It's not 1995. Like, I'm not into it.
She says it's Kylie Jenner too. Doesn't it bother you that rich people buy Kylie Jenner? That's I felt like that was teenage shit. But rich people are wearing that. They're legitimizing that.
It's crazy.
She's really in it, man.
Yeah, she is.
That scene though was crazy with Margaret though.
Crazy. And then she apologized, like you said.
Oh, you hit a nerve? That was wild.
Right. And then she's like, I know nothing about your marriage. Sorry. It's like, what? But then, like, again, similar to Atlanta, they just both are like, okay, well, let's move on. It's like, what? What just happened?
Jennifer doesn't want it brought up because she wants it. It is weird how Jennifer doesn't want it brought up again, and something is going on.
Well, I think like her husband seems to be pretty controlling, so I do not think he would appreciate her leaving, B, while she's like not with the kids, people are talking shit about her family. You know what I mean? Like, I think she walks on eggshells to an extent with being on the show with him. So I think she's kind of trying to play.
I know. I'm surprised she's even on the show.
Yeah, me too. Honestly,
how did she end up on there? And on
she's
Twitter,
good,
she's like,
Great
my
addition.
husband was watching the episode and laughing the entire time. That's a red flag to me.
Right? Wouldn't be like, hey, honey, you're a little wasted.
See, I
here.
love Margaret. For some reason, I feel like Margaret, it can be nasty, but I'm still team Margaret because people can only take so much before you go for their jugular. I don't know. But
so they go on a camel ride. I don't understand what the fuck is with camel rides in Mexico. Like, why were they were acting like they were in Dubai, but they were on a Mexican beach.
Yeah, there's Sex in the City. I know.
Yeah,
I never knew that happened.
Sense.
Did you ever see anything like that before?
No. You go horse rides, but you don't go on a camel. I don't know. Teresa was like humping the shit out of the camel. She really liked that.
Poor Teresa.
Oh no.
I'd be feeding it with my hand. I'm not giving a camel the chance to bite my face
off.
Fuck
no. You saw those teeth? Huge.
Things
There's no way. I wouldn't even feed it with my hand if I had a glove on.
I guess if I had to, like, they made it seem like they had to, but like before they could.
I'm not.
I don't want to ride a camel.
Me neither. It didn't look enjoyable.
I don't like putting animals in situations like that.
Well, it's a really tall. You're really high up. it looked double a horse. Like,
I don't need to be on a camel.
No.
I don't need to be on a horse.
You don't need to be on a horse? Well, horses are fun, but...
yeah, they are, but things happen, you know. Christopher Reeves, he regrets it.
God, true. You notice Teresa setting up the divorce with
Nothing like
Joe?
a good paraplegic joke in the morning to get your day going.
Yeah. You saw that? Teresa setting up the divorce with Joe. She's like, we'll see how it goes when he gets home. It's like... And I think, like, Dolores said, like, once you've gone to where Teresa's gone as a woman in terms of your independence, you can never go back. And it's like, it's true. Like, I think she's a different person.
And I should start singing, like, they're going to start singing women's songs. Like, one of my favorite movies is with Goldie Hawn. And
oh, yes.
I
the
love
divorce
that.
one.
Yeah.
First Wives Club.
Yeah, I love that.
Great.
And Dolores really coming out. Teresa takes it from her, though. She's like, well, you know, he's going to go right back to the way he was.
Yep. And he fucking will, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So at this time, we've known he's getting deported for a while now. I mean, it must be really soon that she finds
they
out.
have an appeal, right? They have an appeal in, but yes, that has been announced for a while. So I think
they
all
do
know
appeal,
that.
and there might be a chance?
Maybe, but who knows?
Jeez.
All right, epic last dinner. I love Margaret's dress. That green dress was phenomenal on her.
It is
very
a pretty
good color.
color on her. Yeah.
Jennifer's having an anniversary party, an all red party. I liked Margaret saying it should be green, you know, like her favorite thing, money.
Nothing like an anniversary party.
Right. Jennifer starts to get a little twisted. She didn't know the drink was in front of her. She's like, where's my tequila? And they're like, it's literally right in front of you.
She is fun to watch. I do like watching her.
How about her and Teresa like flirting? I thought that was weird.
I know. I wanted them to start making out.
It was a weird vibe. Teresa like bit her necklace. I was like, what is happening?
Teresa, she's not the person that she used to be. I guess maybe she really has changed. She's just so different than...
I think she has changed.
And I don't remember the flashbacks of Jacqueline saying that he was cheating with the... I totally glossed over that back in the day, that she was told that Joe was cheating with an assistant, and she walked in. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do. And I mean, there's been multiple times, and then they showed what's her face, the shop owner, talking about him cheating again. So
yeah, they value people's. I guess these girls really value a marriage over talking about somebody's.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that is more nastier than talking about somebody's mom. I don't know. Once you start talking about people's families, it seems like
right.
That's crazy.
Danielle brings up the comment again, the cheating comment, to get everything started, and Jen starts like raging in the corner. Like,
what was that? The Hulk coming out,
right?
All I picture is her little daughter. They look so identical.
They do. Yes.
All I picture is that little daughter.
The daughter's
there,
throwing a
off.
hissy fit. Yes, 100%. Danielle and Margaret get into it yet again. They start yelling at each other, bring up kids.
Daniel brings that up out of nowhere just to ruin the dinner.
Well, question. So does Margaret have children of her own, or these are her stepkids?
I really feel like she has one son.
She does.
Let me Google that. I really believe that she has one birth son.
Okay. Because I didn't know if she's talking about her real kids. I guess it doesn't matter. Or the stepkids. But they get into it. I liked Margaret telling Danielle she's an old dog with no new tricks. That was very good. Are you finding anything?
Oh, I'm screwing up here with the... You know, why did she have to bring that? It was really not even in the conversation, though, to bring up the stupid lip thing all over again. You know?
It was out of nowhere. She was just trying to... children won. She has one child.
Okay, right, one son. Okay, yep.
They had one son together, and Jan Josephs had 3 children from a previous marriage.
You know, and that's what happens. You might be around, but you know, when you pop something out, I think she must have the son that they had together is young. I don't think they have grandchildren and everything. Yeah, I think he's young still. Maybe not.
Yeah, I mean, the kids thing's next level. So they start going at it, and as they start to get into the kids, Margaret throws a glass of wine at Danielle. And
I would have walked over to Margaret and choked her and really gone crazy. I mean, walked over to Danielle. Danielle's lucky she didn't get the whole glass thrown at her.
Yeah, and Danielle. Well, you saw Danielle. Danielle starts flipping out. She starts throwing glasses.
Then they got security right in there so quick. I had to rewatch this a couple times.
Right? It was like it was a legit fight. Margaret walks off, and then they all start talking about it, and Teresa's like fully on Danielle's side. And then Melissa and Danielle start getting into it. Melissa's like charging her, which I thought was very interesting after she just threw a glass.
Melissa is right, though. Danielle has her brainwashed, talking 100%. And running in circles. She is right.
Yeah, she is.
I did like Melissa this episode a lot.
I did too.
I've ever liked her. Yeah.
And then as everybody's talking, what does Jennifer say? Like, if I was going to throw a glass at you, you'd fucking know it. And she like creates a shiv out of the wine glass. This is like... She's
slamming the glass. I would never be breaking glasses in restaurants like that.
I could
Maybe
never
they're
imagine
so drunk.
Getting that angry, though, that you're like literally creating a weapon out of glass. What do you think you're going to do? Like... I
feel like Danielle should not be on the show. She kind of ruins it. It maybe if they could be fighting about other stuff. I'm fine with them yelling about lip liner. I don't need Danielle bringing in kids and talking about that. I don't even need that.
It is a little dark. I just like I also don't like seeing Teresa like in this like protection mode. Like she's really like defending her to an insane level of like indefensible behavior to me. Like Danielle said some crazy shit. And like you should at least see both sides and be like, listen, they both are kind of fucked up. But like to act like Danielle's being attacked is like, what?
And if you think that Margaret's the first person to not talk to a bride after a wedding, you got another thing coming. All these brides must turn off a ton of bridesmaids.
Yeah.
I can't blame her. Who cares if she was just in her wedding? Danielle's nuts.
Right?
Treats her like garbage.
Yeah, I don't like seeing Teresa be so like defensive of her. It's like annoying.
Maybe Dolores is right. There must be something. Are they really? I feel like Danielle. I hope she doesn't come back. I know the people must like her, but I feel like they could fight about plenty of other things. Then they need to be really getting that crazy.
Yeah.
It was fun to watch, but
I mean, it was. But also just to see like the layers to it, it started with 2 people, goes to another 2, then Jennifer's involved, getting a shiv. Like, I'm very excited to see part 2.
I know. I can't wait to see Melissa get in Jennifer's face. I wouldn't screw with Jennifer.
Right?
Like she would stab her in the stomach.
Jennifer has really surprised me with her level of sass and like aggressiveness. I didn't think she had it in her. I called her all wrong. I thought she was going to be like, you know who I thought she was going to be like on, and this is bad because I think they're both Middle Eastern, but on OC, Peggy. Like, I thought she'd be more like Peggy and like very conservative.
Yeah. Oh, I don't blame you.
And,
I can see that. Sure. They almost look alike too. Yeah.
And like kind of my husband, it's all about my husband, Dino.
See, if
like
I think they brought back Peggy, she would have shown more of that.
Maybe.
Yeah, because Peggy had just had her boobs redone. Peggy was drugged up. I think they needed another season of Peggy and Deco.
Right, but like it's that's what I was expecting out of her. So to see her be just like so next level is just very.
It is interesting, especially with the husband. I'm surprised she's not thinking in the back, I got to behave for my husband.
Yep.
But she does get drunk. Melissa's sitting there. Good. Everyone's constantly looking at her. They're taking tequila shots. They're just really amping it up. Nobody's slowing down.
It's good.
And I don't feel
tequila,
like
man.
Drinks.
Tequila's a hell of a drug.
Danielle drink?
No, I don't think she really drinks.
So that's even more nasty.
And Margaret doesn't drink either, though. So it's like,
right.
They both got some demons there.
Right. For Margaret to say all that nasty stuff about her marriage, you're okay.
Right.
And she's sober.
Right.
Yeah, that is on another level. She really doesn't know anything. Yeah, it is.
Jersey's been bringing it this season. If you're not watching Jersey, you're missing out because it's been great.
I love Melissa when she was like, "You got the wrong girl," and that dress just flowing and. Oh, why do they cut it off? I wish it was Netflix. We could just keep watching it.
Right? I need an unedited version. Oh, you know what we didn't talk about, and we're going long. We didn't talk about the freaking New York trailer.
Oh my God.
What did you think?
Right.
I think it looks good.
Oh, it looks great. I can't wait.
So good.
I just nothing's better than them.
I mean, the opening scene where it's Bethany's like, "Hey, hooker," and like Sonia just keeps walking. She's like, "Oh, it's you. I thought it was just somebody on the street." It's like, what?
And I'm happy Bethany is back over and over again.
Me too.
She is great.
Just...
At least she can get along with these girls.
Right.
I really hope Danielle is gone.
Yeah.
It's like, wasn't it enough? Aren't we done with her? But I guess, I don't know.
We'll see.
Yeah. She's just too nuts. Like, she seems so mentally ill that she's not all there and she's manipulative. See, I feel like Marge, she says nasty things, but she does apologize right away and tries to make things right. Danielle is like she's gonna get your passwords and steal your money out of your bank account or something. She's crazy.
Yeah, she is. She is definitely nuts.
All right. Jen is fun. I am happy. This Turkish fire is lit up, and I love it so much. Yeah, I'm surprised she doesn't start screaming at him in Turkish because she's just so fiery. I love it. I wish she would. And then they give us subtitles. That'd be even better.
Oh, that'd be good. I would love it. Great episode.
Yeah, New York is going to be great. We got freaking on the 12th of February, we got Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, which looks like a fire season. Then we got Summer House, Real Housewives of New York. It's going to be a good few months coming up.
Yes, it is. Yep. So catch up on Bravo, people. We'll be back to talk about Love After Lockup. That'll be our next episode. And as always, check us out on all the things. Rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. Send us an email if you have thoughts. escape2realitypodcast@gmail.com.
Oh, and one more thing. I think I do have to watch Kim Zolciak just for their faces to see what's going on there. My God.
Jesus. The little one now, Ariana, it's happening to her too. They're doing her lips or some shit. She's starting to get the face.
I didn't
it's
think
terrible.
They get her.
It's terrible. It's really sad.
I
saw Brielle put up something like, "You guys thought I looked better before." Not true. Like a picture of herself like when she's 12. I'm like, why are you talking shit about yourself? Like, it was really sad to me. Very insecure and like, ugh.
It's child abuse.
Yeah, it really is bad.
Oh, and
thank
one
God
more thing.
Yes.
I'm looking at my phone right now. Pete Davidson and Kate Beckinsale holding hands nearly 1 month after they met at the Golden Globes. Wow.
It's a terrible pairing.
She is one of the most beautiful women on the planet.
Dumb.
I didn't think he could get something better than Ariana. She's better than Ariana.
Dumb.
She is one of the most beautiful. No, me either. But she is. Kate Beckinsale is top notch to me. Oh my God. Yeah. All right.
All right. On that note,
and sorry, one more thing. Yes. I can't believe how I was fooled by Roger Matthews.
Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about that. We really blew the celebrity gossip.
That was sad. Yeah. I mean, I understand,
we'll talk about it.
But God, I
crazy.
really thought they had a nice relationship, and we were fooled.
It's throwing her to the ground and shit. Disgusting.
Oh my God.
Ugh. God.
All right, guys, we love you.
On that uplifting note, domestic
warm.
violence. We're out. Oh yeah, stay warm out there, people. All right, bye.